UFD Tech's 2019 Computex coverage is brought to you by the likes of our friends at Wootware, ASRock, Bitphoenix, and AbConCore. You can check all of them out at the links in the video description and check out the dope products that they're going to be showing off this year. We'll have videos coming up of them soon. Hey friends, welcome back to our Computex 2019 coverage. Today is one of our sponsors for our Computex trip, which is Bitphoenix. They showed off 3 new cases that they wanted us to check out at their booth on top of the other things that they've had going on, such as the Enso Mesh that they came out with previously. But we want to take a look at a few things such as the Nova Mesh tempered glass and non-tempered glass editions, the Sabre, as well as the Dawn tempered glass. So the 2 of these are official products with more or less slightly loose release dates, and they have some key interesting features. Let's start off with the Nova Mesh, which comes in at a pretty great price point, at least what they're aiming for, which is $59 for the non-tempered glass and then $69 for the tempered glass edition. It can fit up to eATX. You have up to 3 2.5-inch drives, up to 2 3.5-inch drives. You got fan support for 3 120s in the front or 2 140s, 1 120 in the back, and 2 120s on top. And they include a single black 120 fan as well as an RGB 120mm fan as well. And then on top, with all of the cases that we're talking about today, they've actually shifted the radiator position at top so that you have just a little bit of clearance between the radiator that you're putting on top of the case as well as the VRM cooling or whatever you might have for let's say the motherboard that's there, or let's say your CPU 8-pin that you're trying to plug in. You're going to have a little bit more hand room to actually work with things on that part of the case, and that's something that they're really supporting, is a shifted radiator mounting over top of the, like, further away from the back of the case. Then speaking about the Sabre, it has a lot of the same features. You can support up to 2 3.5-inch drives, 4 2.5-inch drives, 3 120s up front or 2 140s, 1 120 in the back and 2 120s up top, and again includes the same 1 black and 1 RGB 120mm fans. And then one of the more interesting concepts that they had, which I said that the Sabre and the Nova Mesh are ones that they're planning on coming out with, whereas the Dawn is still something that they're trying to tweak, trying to get everything right. They're not exactly sure when they're going to have a release date, but they're really hopeful to get this beautiful looking case coming out. As you can see based on the render that they have, it's a gorgeous RGB type, like stained glass look almost. They're trying to perfect that right now, but when it comes to the actual specs on it, we're looking at much the same as the others. 3 3.5-inch drives, 2 2.5-inch drives, 3 120mm fans up front or 2 140s, and then in the back you can fit 2 120s or 2 140s, and then up top you can only fit a single 120, and they will include a single black and single RGB 120mm fan, but again, shifted radiator positioning up top. And one of the things that they asked us was how much would we consider paying for this Dawn tempered glass chassis, and I want to hear from you guys. What do you think you would pay for this Dawn tempered glass chassis? Just so Bitphoenix has some more data on how to price this thing down below in the comments, let us know. But those are the big 3 things that Bitphoenix was trying to show off at Computex this year. Some gorgeous cases, some pretty decently affordable ones. I'm actually most excited for the Nova Mesh tempered glass at $69. That thing actually looks pretty good, has all of the support you need for a decent looking system, and I can't wait to get my hands on one when they send one over to us. Anyways, that's going to end up our sponsored showcase of what Bitphoenix had going on at their booth this year. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this part of our Computex 2019 coverage. Get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech related content, and be sure to leave a comment down below about all that stuff. But again, big thanks to our sponsors for this 2019 Computex trip, which would be Bitphoenix, obviously. We also have AbConCore, ASRock, and the perennial Wootware. Big thanks to everybody for sending us here this year and allowing us to enjoy the nice view on top of a Ferris wheel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Love you too. Bye. UFD Tech's 2019 Computex coverage is brought to you by the likes of our friends at Wootware, ASRock, Bitphoenix, and AbConCore. You can check all of them out at the links in the video description and check out the dope products that they're going to be showing off this year. We'll have videos coming up of them soon.